Welcome back.
That was really awkward.
That's how tired we was for the past 2 months, and I hope you guys missed us too. But welcome back to Sons of Bitches. This is episode 93, and it's a whole new season. And also,
someone is not here.
Yeah, someone is not here, which is why we brought in a special guest.
Replacement.
Not a replacement, it's a special guest. Izham is not.
No. Permanent replacement.
I wish, guys.
We brought in a special guest today from SemuanyaBola, the editor of SemuanyaBola, which is Ahmad Muzammil.
I was about to make a very racist joke.
You fucking idiot.
Keep it inside.
Can you let Muzammil say hi? Say hi to everyone.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
All right.
Welcome to Sons of Bitches.
Thank you.
Thanks to the racial quota. That was the racist joke I wanted to make.
Are you proud of yourself? Okay, anyways, we've got the season starting back in another week. Actually, no, in a few days' time, and then the La Liga will be starting in another week. So today, we're going to bring you a general preview of what's going on. And to start things off, we're going to talk about the weird-ass world of transfers of 2018-2019. It has been a very, very weird transfer window for everyone, don't you guys think? Muzammil, your thoughts on this transfer window?
Weird is an understatement.
Oh, shit.
Poor understatement.
I think it was crazy. It was
Crazy?
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
felt last season was crazier.
No, this is
I don't
crazy.
know, this is
No,
crazy.
I feel it was crazier because partly of the inflation.
Or the price tags.
I don't know, but for this season, we are not seeing those crazy sky-high price tags. Of course, because of the Neymar deal that happened last season. But this season, I'm not seeing anything of that gravitas.
No.
Yeah.
But you would expect those expensive price tag comes
Exactly,
from
yeah,
strikers,
exactly,
but
yeah. But
this summer,
it's not happening.
Yeah, this summer it comes from 2 goalkeepers.
It's absolutely
that
crazy.
was crazy for me.
Just to put things in perspective, guys. Edison
the
came
point
in
of- at the point of
recording. Edison came in last year with a world record fee of £35 million,
And Liverpool decided
and
to
Liverpool decided to double the
double the
price
amount.
by paying £60 million for Edison.
which is very un-Liverpool.
Like
Yeah, it is. Then Chelsea decided to one-up them and say, like, we have money too. And they decided to buy Kepa, okay, let me just pronounce this name properly. Kepa Arrizabalaga for £71.6 million. First of all, why the fuck?
We have never heard of this keeper at all.
But
At all, I'm saying.
But I did do a bit of a comparison because his transfer was confirmed this morning at the point of recording.
Yeah. Right.
I did a comparison. He is a slightly upgraded Thibaut Courtois, I have to say.
Do you agree?
To be honest, I haven't seen him play, but I looked up his data on FM, on Football Managers, and it was pretty impressive. He was kind of like the goalkeeper sweeper kind of hybrid, and it was kind of exciting to see him at Chelsea.
And one more thing to note is that Thibaut Courtois takes quite a while to go down, you know. So you've seen a lot of goals being through his legs. Arrizabalaga is different because he drops really fast. So I guess that's why I kind of put him like he's like a Thibaut Courtois 2.0.
But I think I guess the takeaway for Chelsea is because he's young.
Yep. Yeah.
But he's untested product. He might be playing good in La Liga, but in the Premier League, it's a whole different ballgame.
You look at the keepers. I mean, the reputable keepers who have come from La Liga and played in the Premier League.
Thibaut Courtois, David De
They
Gea.
probably start off struggling, but eventually they get used to it.
That's true. That's true.
Eventually they get used to it. I think we shit on the La Liga for very often on the show.
We do.
But I guess my point is this. For the past 3 seasons, the Spanish team has won the Champions League.
Yep.
So when we say the Premier League is the best league in the world, why don't we see any English team even making it to the finals?
Get this, guys. Everton's gonna come back next season.
No, he's
Everton.
they are.
I was expecting his team to say Liverpool was in the final, at least.
But speaking of Everton, my pick of one of the weirdest transfers in the Premier League would be Lucas Digne.
They snorted cocaine before the deal happened, I'm just saying.
I was making a joke the other day and then from Barca to Everton, talk about dignity.
I mean, I could see him coming. I mean, Leighton Baines has been playing for years and years and years for Everton, right? And I think
Seamus Coleman as well, yeah.
Seamus Coleman for right back. I think it's been coming. I mean, Lucas Digne could resurrect his career at Everton.
I hope so. He's had like a really... I mean, he was spending most of the time on the bench, wasn't he, Digne?
But it
for
looks like
Barcelona.
Everton has learned their lesson from last season, right? Like it doesn't work that way. You don't splash cash.
Exactly.
Like,
What do you mean they learned their lesson?
but,
I mean,
but
they just bought Richarlison.
Yeah, for 50 million. What are you talking about?
no, I mean the way that it's unstrategized. You get what I mean? Those transfers, they're just hogging. Okay, you come in, come join the party.
Isn't that what West Ham is doing right now?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Which brings us to the third point of this talk set. How weird is it for West Ham to be doing the same thing that Everton is doing last season?
Right. What do you say?
See,
I don't have anything to add.
I have nothing to say. West Ham is a very.
I think it's happened before to West Ham where they started buying really good players as well, bringing them in. I think 2-3 years ago, and then
Chicharito came in. A few good
Yeah.
players were coming in as well, but now it didn't actually.
I think the
perform.
problem with them is the stadium and the infighting that's happening. It's not about the players. You can bring in the quality of the player, but when you come into an environment where it's so toxic, I don't think you can actually thrive in that situation. You look at Chicharito.
The stunt until the end of the season, how they wanted to get rid of Moyes and everything. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and to have like Pellegrini come in to manage as well, that was at the start. That was the pinnacle already.
But I do think Pellegrini coming in is the right move.
It is.
It is the right move.
It is.
And I think the difference between Koeman bringing in a lot of players and Pellegrini bringing in a lot of players is, at least with Pellegrini, he has a track record. So I feel his purchases, the deals that he's made, they're all there for a reason.
Yep.
But I guess the downside is this.
Andy Carroll's not gonna play lah.
When you already have a pool of fans who are so obsessed with the idea of playing in Europe, but you didn't do it. Last season you were fighting for relegation, and this season you're going to keep their hopes up again. So is that really healthy?
Exactly.
If say for example at the end of the season you're going to fight for relegation again, the fans are going to do the same thing to Pellegrini they did to Moyes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's going to repeat
It's
again.
going to be a vicious cycle, and if this happens continuously, they won't break it. It's
Yeah.
going to be very hard to escape.
David Gold and David Sullivan have to understand that there is a lot of problems right now and you have to address it. The problem is they have not been addressing it at all. They've been trying to avert attention, and this has been going on since last year, ever since the whole riot happened, like in the stadium.
Speaking of London clubs, Muzammil is an Arsenal supporter.
Alright, so my pick for the weirdest transfer will be Andrew Schürrle, going from Dortmund to Fulham.
Yeah.
Okay, the problem with Dortmund is you see a lot of departures. I think not the only person, but the notable figure that has gone to Dortmund this season is Ashraf Hakimi.
Oh yes.
Madrid, the
Madrid's right
19-year-old,
back.
the Moroccan fullback.
And Axel Witsel.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Axel Witsel.
Yeah, and I remember I did some research on Dortmund's new manager Lucien Favre. He was the former manager of Mönchengladbach.
Yep.
He used to work with Royas, and the season he came in, Mönchengladbach were fighting for relegation. The season after, the second season he took charge, they immediately were competing for European spot.
Yep.
So that is his track record, and I guess I don't know, because for Dortmund, what I really feel they need to do, as I've mentioned before during our wrap-up show last season, is they need to ditch this current framework.
Yeah.
And I think Favre is doing exactly that. Just throw away
pressing,
gateway
yeah.
and start off fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for Schürrle to go to Fulham, it's not exactly a bad idea.
No.
One thing I find very interesting about this Premier League season is you have a crop of teams that I would call, it's like a new era for Premier League, because you don't have Stoke anymore. You don't have those people who for years wouldn't relegate. Right now you have a new set of teams, new set of clubs that will be putting out, displaying a new relegation battle. If you get what I mean. So it's going to be interesting, and Fulham needs talent like Schürrle.
We will dissect a bit more about Fulham in the Premier League talk set, but right now, quick one, Muzammil, your winners and losers of this transfer window. Just give a club or a player.
Let's say Arsenal.
Well, I would say the winner is probably Riyad Mahrez, Manchester City. I think they've got a really good one for 60 million pounds for Riyad Mahrez. I think that was a steal. I mean, you wouldn't find any left-footed right wingers that has been scoring goals consistently like Mahrez for years, and I think he's gonna bang in goals for City this season. And I think the worst transfer for Premier League That has to be, I don't know, John Michael Seri for Fulham.
Really?
Why?
Well,
Drop in form?
I don't get Fulham.
You don't get the hype around him.
Yeah, I don't get.
Not even the hype before that, right? Before
No.
the previous
I don't get why Fulham was buying a playmaker like him, because they are not playing the
Their
kind of
style of
football, the kind of football that John Michael Seri might play. You know. So it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see what
Yeah.
they're gonna do with Michael Seri.
Or perhaps it's because they're trying to, they are foreseeing competition. So perhaps that direct style of football they play in the Championship tak boleh pakai in Premier League.
Maybe.
You know?
Johan, your winners and losers could be a club or a player.
I think Guendouzi is a good signing. I mean, based on his performance in pre-season, he looks really good.
Guendouzi?
Yeah, Guendouzi, the Arsenal's.
Matteo Guendouzi.
Yeah.
He hasn't been tested by really stocky, big and
True,
strong attacking.
But the way I see it, I like to see young players right now. When you sign a young player, because a lot of those players that we grew up with, they're getting old.
Yeah.
I'm already prepared. I'm already mentally prepared to see them go to America or Japan. So,
China.
So I want to see new talent. Like who will be this next generation of players? Who will we see the next World Cup?
Okay.
I'm already mentally prepared for that.
Your loser?
United. I don't know. Not because of the players they signed, but because of the way Mourinho has approached this transfer window.
I agree.
He is pressuring the board to sign players who are at their peak.
Yeah.
But the United board obviously isn't buying this strategy because
Yeah, so
they've done that. He didn't churn out the results. He's not getting what he wants. I think this is a make or break season for him.
Yeah, is that the reason why they brought Lee Grant?
If he leaves, it's going to be this season.
Third season.
Is that the reason?
It's the third season curse.
But is that the reason why Lee Grant was brought in?
Sorry?
Lee Grant, Stokes goalkeeper. Lee Grant.
He came to United.
Yeah, he came to United.
I didn't know.
He's four. He got
I don't know whatever
Is the
whatever
head gonna
United's
stay?
board is snorting right now. I want some of that, man. It sounds good, actually. CK, your winners and losers. Your winner, you already said
yeah.
Andre Schürrle.
And
Loser.
No.
Oh.
I say weird.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I didn't say winner.
Okay, so winner.
Winner. I'm very excited for this season now, but I don't want to jinx it.
I knew it. I know what he's going to say already.
But
It's okay. I know what you want to say already.
but 4 quality players so far. With Naby Keita coming in finally.
Yeah.
I feel this season. I'm not
Please
gonna
don't say it. Please don't say it.
For all Liverpool fans, all tremors, all everywhere is like, oh no, he's gonna say it.
No, don't say it.
Okay, but with Naby Keita coming in, I feel there is a more firm Liverpool this time.
What about Fabinho?
I don't want to jinx every player.
Oh,
I jinx
okay.
one player. Okay.
What about Naby Keita again? Sorry.
Naby Keita to take the number 8. He has a big shoe to fill
Yeah.
in Liverpool
Yeah,
itself.
fair enough.
Right. Then loser wise, loser. Chelsea, I would say.
Whoa.
I feel Courtois is a very big asset for Chelsea. I mean, without Courtois last season, I feel like Chelsea wouldn't have performed as poorly as they have.
Okay.
I mean, like, it could have been worse.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? But Courtois is there to at least minimize the damage.
Yeah.
But losing him and getting a new untested product, but even in
It could be, yeah.
right? So, but with him going off for 35, I think he could fetch more of a better price in Madrid itself. He's a good player. I mean, like
He
back
is a
in
good
when he
player.
was in Atletico
Atletico,
as well.
yeah.
It was a good.
There was a
but
reason why they
for-
bought him. Yeah.
So, for him to leave Chelsea, I feel like Chelsea is still in the building phase still.
But it's-
like last season, it's still
They're always building.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're always building for something, but they're not like churning out results.
They're like Trump. They like to build problems that they can solve later on.
I'm not surprised if they're gonna lose Eden Hazard in the next half of the season.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. If not now, because the transfer window ends in
Exactly.
another 12, maybe more, a few more hours. But for me, the winners would definitely. I put Everton because they are delusional. Who else did I put? I put Juventus as well because they've got Ronaldo. We'll dissect about that later. Losers, I've put in 3 clubs: Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Just to please Muzammil.
I mean, it's about time we talk about Spurs, man.
It's
No,
true.
but objectively, it has been a shit show for them. You would expect them to be able to bring in some good players, but
Yeah, instead they made a 1.5 minute video.
yeah,
about
like
them.
right now they're actually trying to bid for what Aston Villa's Jack Grealish.
Right, and then
35 million pounds, which is ridiculous.
He's an okay player, but he's an attitude of Joey Barton. That's what I can say. Yeah.
That's what they need.
Well, a Joey Barton? I don't think Spurs need that right now, man. They've got Harry Kane already.
And you know it's going to be more challenging for them because it's a new stadium. Like
exactly.
Like, you know, will the London curse happen with West Ham?
Wow.
No.
Anyways, let's move on to our first league that we're going to dissect is Serie A. Now, Serie A, just to wrap it up in terms of a preview, Juventus looks like they're going to get another Scudetto, aren't they? I mean, they've got Cristiano Ronaldo, who has a body age of 23 and he's already 33 years old. He could play up to 50 for all we care. Emre Can.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I think the competition is definitely going to die down. It's not going to be as intense as last season. Because of departure of certain key talents from Roma and Napoli as well.
Yeah.
But we will still continue to see rivalry between Inter and AC Milan.
I think AC Milan would suffer a bit of a dip though.
I don't think so because Gattuso is still there. Gattuso has done an amazing job in terms of reorganizing defense.
Yeah, fair
but
enough.
The problem is they're losing Bonucci, who has gone back to Juve. So a large part of Milan's improvement in defense was because of Bonucci's. He reinstated his position back there as a leader.
Yeah.
So the way he commanded the back four was part of the reason why AC Milan were conceding less goals after on in the season.
Yeah.
Strike force wise was their big problem. They've got Higuain coming in. It's not a permanent solution, but you know,
It's something,
It may be able to give some clubs a run for their money. Inter Milan, the crop of the players is still there, the framework is still there. They've got Nainggolan in. It's still a very aging squad, very experienced squad. So you kind of see Inter and AC struggling, fighting against each other in their status quo.
Yeah. But they've got like players like Kwadwo Asamoah from Juve, Stefan De Vrij from Napoli or Lazio? Lazio, yeah. So these are the players in midfield that you actually want to see with Inter Milan because they're actually quite strong. Now think about it, you put in Ivan Perisic as well and also Mauro Icardi. At the moment we don't know what's the status. They might leave, they might not, but if they do stay for half a season, it could help them in the long run for all we know. So Inter to me might have a shout in the Champions League spot.
I think they would stay. The reason why is because I can't see any other club developing an interest in them, at least within the time frame that is left for the transfer window.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you want to win something, your best shot is with Inter.
Yeah.
You for the past year you've been playing together as a team. The chemistry is there. You know how the system works. So your best shot at winning something, at least one silverware, is with Inter. Then later on you move to Japan or America.
Well, I think Inter Milan is going to be the next. The one who's going to be competing Scudetto with Juventus. Last season we've seen Roma competing with Juventus, but I think this season it's got to be Inter Milan. I mean, look at the players they've bought. I mean, they've got stability. They've got Luciano Spalletti setting up the team nicely. I mean, previously the problem with Inter Milan was they didn't have the steel that they needed in midfield. I mean, they've tried with Geoffrey Kondogbia, but obviously he failed. So they brought in Raja Nainggolan. I mean, that was the steel they are looking for. Perhaps that was the steel that they are gonna need this during this upcoming season. And I was interested also with the new addition in the strike force. I mean, look at Lautaro Martinez. He was a big player in Argentine league. He's supposedly to be the next. Argentina with the next
Messi,
and next Messi and next everything. He's supposed to be the next Batistuta. I mean, a complete striker who can do anything, who can hold out the ball, who can score the goal, who can dribble, who can cross, who can do a little bit of everything up front.
Perfect for the Serie A.
Yeah, perfect for Serie A. So I really hope. I'm really hoping Inter will live up to their potential. I mean, they've got stability. They've got a proven goal scorer in who's the Argentinian striker?
Mauro Icardi.
Yeah, Mauro Icardi, and then they got the steal they needed with Nainggolan, and then they got really good defenders also. I mean, and very good goalkeeper as well, Handanovic, right?
Handanovic, yeah.
And just to add on, I think Brozovic has had an amazing season with amazing World Cup campaign.
Yeah.
He'll be coming back to Inter pumped up.
Yeah, definitely.
So in midfield, they definitely have an enhancement right there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
again, they cannot take this for granted. They need to use this as a base and build up what's going to happen next for the next 3 years.
Yep.
If any other Juventus rival is serious about taking down the old lady.
Yeah. Special mentions to Napoli. I don't think they're gonna do this season because they've lost quite a number of players.
Does this say the same for Roma then?
Roma as well, but I think they are in contention though. They've still got Edin Dzeko. They've brought in Javier Pastore. They've also brought in Justin Kluivert, who is Patrick Kluivert's son, and he was superb in his first season with Ajax. I think it's okay. Roma might have a shout at the Champions League spot, but I wouldn't say this is the type of team that you want to expect some weird ass magic to come from for in the Champions League. If not in the league, it could be a repeat of last season where they were shit in the league, but in Champions League they were like, what the fuck, you know? I think this could be that Roma again. Yeah. Let's move on then to the La Liga. I've not put much into it because the season's not going to start until next week, and there's still a lot. Actually, within a week's time frame, there's still quite a lot of things that can develop. But let's take a look at Barcelona and also Real Madrid. There's one reason why I've put in Real Madrid as a loser at the start was because they have lost Mateo Kovacic, who yes is a bench warmer but could have been a very good backup to Modric, who is old. Ronaldo leaving is a huge hole to fill. They've brought in goalkeeper Andre Lunin. They've brought in Vinicius Jr. These guys are young talents, but you don't expect them to come into force very quickly. And you still have to play with these players who are going to probably leave to Japan or America in another 2 years. This is a very good time for them to transition, and if they don't start looking at young players now, it's going to be a big problem for them.
And
in
with the
future.
manager leaving last season.
And Julian Lopetegui as well. He has not proven himself as a Spanish manager because of what he did, but hopefully whatever he has done for Spain, he can actually bring it into Madrid. It'll be interesting to see a very I wouldn't say correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lopetegui kind of threw away the tiki-taka style of play in Spain.
Correct.
And I would love to see that being applied to Madrid. Yeah,
Tiki-taka.
like no tiki-taka, just pure brilliant
I
football.
think that's part of the reason why they threw away Ronaldo.
I guess
He's
so.
used to that style, right?
But that could also mean another shot at redemption for Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
It could be another shot of redemption, going back to left again.
Right.
You know, but yeah. Barcelona, on the other hand, stole Malcolm away.
Before you go to Barca, do you think there's pressure on Lopetegui to perform
Obviously.
after the whole
World Cup fiasco?
The whole getting fired before.
Yeah,
FIFA
definitely.
World Cup, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he has something to prove. I mean, to the point that he was teaching his job at Spain, and then he went on to take up Real Madrid gig. That was kind of bold, and I mean, that was a baller move, man.
Yeah, that was really baller.
Balls to do that.
Yeah, that's why Spain had a shit campaign in the World Cup. I would say it was a terrible campaign for them.
But I think it's good that Madrid are bringing in young players right now.
Yep.
That means they realize that we can't go on forever with your
But
Marcelo.
when is the last time you see a young prodigy, young players succeed in Real Madrid?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at the Norwegian kid.
The Odegaard.
Martin Odegaard, Kovacic.
Where is he right now?
On the bench,
Warming
still.
it.
Yeah.
Still on the bench.
Who was that? Real Madrid Casilla, is it?
Yeah, Kiko Casilla, right? The goalkeeper.
No, the reserve side. of-
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he plays for Castilla. Yeah, occasionally he warms the bench for Real Madrid. Occasionally. Let's move on to Barcelona. They stole Malcolm away from Roma, very very epically, and they also I think Malcolm might be a fit for Messi because he also plays right wing. Malcolm plays right wing. He could be just his understudy, and when Messi decides it's time for him to leave, Malcolm will take his spot. We've got Ousmane Dembele who's coming back fit this season.
Vidal, man.
We've got Vidal coming in as experience. That's really interesting to see as well. I think it could be another Barcelona title.
Yeah, I definitely see it happening
Yeah.
that way. Madrid are still rebuilding from the pieces that they left last season, I don't think Zidane left Madrid in good shape for Lopetegui to take over. This is another rebuilding season for Madrid again, and the way Barca has played, I'm a huge fan of Valverde's style of play, because he took Barca out of that framework as well. A bit similar to what Lopetegui is doing, making Barca play a more flexible style of play. They can attack, they can defend with the set of players that they have, especially bringing in Vidal.
And also not forgetting that Iniesta, one of the fulcrums of the midfield, is gone.
Yes.
I mean, that's why they bought Arthur Melo from
Yes, Arthur.
Gremio, right?
Yeah.
I think he definitely had a plan way before coming into the season. That's why I feel the way that they've done business this transfer window out of all the European clubs, they've been the most composed. Yeah,
Fair enough.
Although the Malcolm deal was a bit,
Kind of a dick move.
typical
lah.
Barca lah.
Move
Typical.
Yeah, it was a very... Hey Roma, I heard you're signing this... sorry.
It's like Swiper in a Dora Explorer, man.
But Roma kept on saying swiper, no swiping, but he still stole it.
I'm going to Roma. No, come here.
I got a private jet. Oh, okay.
Have you heard of Camp Nou?
No.
Okay, with that, let's move on to the Bundesliga. Now, this is going to be... Bayern season again lah, just saying. It's getting boring it's getting... I mean, like, you close one eye, you're just like, you know what, I'm just not going to even look at Bayern. I know where they're going to be.
What are your thoughts on Dortmund?
On Dortmund, I think they're still short of 3 to 4 players to compete against with Bayern. I mean, Bayern's definitely going to win again after they fucked it up themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the whole departures and the transfer in on Bundesliga, there was not much to talk about.
No. But a lot of unknown players.
Yeah.
I actually have a question, because the way I see it, Klopp left a very good foundation for Dortmund, but no one, even though Klopp lays a foundation for teams, I don't think any manager in the world can keep that foundation together.
Yeah.
The way he does things. Yeah.
But I'm not sure about how Lucien Favre is as a manager. But if you look at how Klopp has done it, it's purely because his man management is really good. It's purely because his man management is really good. Gegenpressing is one application, but the second application is that because he knows how to talk to his players, that makes it click.
At the same time, I mean, during that period of time, he got a lot of good quality players.
Yes.
Those players,
Good young quality players, yeah.
that who are willing to live the dream,
Yeah.
really want to play for the club and really win it.
Yeah.
Hence why you can see during that period of time when you see Dortmund winning cups, and they were very unstoppable that time. Bayern wouldn't even contest during the season itself.
There was one time I think they ran away with the title. They won it with, I think, 2 or 3 games in hand.
Yeah.
I think
So
it was 2011. Yeah.
With Dortmund, if you say Klopp leaving is a bad choice, I think no. I mean, like, Dortmund is...
No, I'm not saying Klopp leaving is a bad thing. I'm saying
leaving the foundation?
I'm saying the foundation he leaves is very hard to keep together. Even though it's a good.
It all boils down to the manager.
I think
lah.
it's also with the icon he is as a manager. Like he said, man management, right?
The way
nobody can probably carry as highly as a Klopp.
That's
as a
right.
person in the club itself.
If you look at how he managed Mainz and you look at how he manages Dortmund and Liverpool, it's almost similar. It's about his players. That's why he can rope in players for himself, and he doesn't need a director of football. He just needs to go like, I want this player, I know how to deal with him. Let me give me to him. That's why, I mean, that's how it works. But that being said, with Lucien Favre, it could be something very different. With Bayern Munich as well, this could be maybe one last season before everyone decides. It's going to be interesting though.
I want your views on this. Muzammil.
Well, with Leipzig, I mean, they obviously got to replace Naby Keita, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a big loss for them, and I don't know much about Leipzig, to be honest, but looking at the position at last season, they obviously have been falling. Yeah, they've been struggling. They haven't been able to replicate the same form they did back in 2016, 2017.
And they didn't lose a lot of players in the last 2 years as well, except Naby Keita now, who's leaving. But these 2 seasons has
Naby
been
Keita
no
leaving,
different.
like 11 people leaving the squad.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, they've got players like John-Kevin Augustin, you've got Yusuf Poulsen, who had a decent World Cup.
Timo Werner is still there, but
Timo Werner is still there.
But,
he was the intern in Germany for this year.
what a World Cup campaign for Werner. Unforgettable indeed.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I honestly don't know how I honestly don't know how he's going to pick up from that that World Cup campaign this coming Bundesliga season.
Well, he's only 22.
yeah,
he's
I know.
got time.
You don't get a Harry Kane all the time. Someone who endures a shitty Euro campaign but can still come back and deliver goals for Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, someone with that mental tenacity. The way you look at him those 3 games in the World Cup, the mental tenacity is just not there. Yeah. He gets depressed and drained so fast when he doesn't score goals. Frustration is written all over his face.
Yeah, Werner, yes.
You know?
I think, I have to agree.
I feel like him coming into the Germany squad wasn't really adjusted. I mean, like, nobody was really prepared for the new striker to come in. They are always with a very seasoned striker.
I think it's because
Gomez,
right?
it's Joachim's style of play recently with Germany. I mean, we're coming back to World Cup. I don't really want to talk about it. But for the past few games in the run up to the World Cup, Joachim has been just relying on his players to peak at the final minute, the last grasp. So like Werner coming in, he was never going to fit in that system anyway.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Special mention to Hoffenheim, who has also been buying a lot of young players. Schalke, who let go Max Meyer, which is a fucking stupid decision.
Welcome to Schalke, bro.
But
surprisingly, people at Crystal Palace are shitting at that deal.
honestly, they don't know what they're missing out on. I think Max Meyer is a brilliant player.
No, I don't.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Overshadowed by Goretzka.
Yeah. I mean, you've been hearing a lot of hype about Max Meyer when he was young, but now for the past 2 to 3 seasons, he has been horrible. He has been slated by his own fans, and he's not living up to his potential.
He's like the Rivo Morrison. You get what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. He's like the Rivo Morrison.
Yeah, everybody are raving about these young players.
Exactly. He used to be in that same bracket as Pogba, you know.
Exactly.
And look at where he is now, playing for some semi-professional league in Mexico, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Hopefully Max Meyer might be able to find his form again, for all we know. Let's move on to the final part of the podcast, which is the Premier League. Now, this one I've made it a little bit
This is
longer.
the season.
This is the.
I never say which club.
This is the season for a lot of clubs to prove themselves, especially the ones who just got promoted. Let's not take into account the mid-table clubs, because I think they're going to be doing the same thing again this season. Crystal Palace might do a shout. Newcastle might do something in the Europa League, for all we know. Burnley might burn out from the Europa League.
Can Benitez do it again?
You just made it fun. Burnley might just burn out.
I was just making a fucking sentence.
Made a
What the
pun
fuck? Anyways.
Could be.
It could be because of the Europa League.
Yeah, I mean, this is their first time in 50 years that they've been to the Europa League. That's the best thing. They're like, guys, we're going to Europe.
My policy with any middle club team that gets into Europa League is you don't go full out. You play your second team in the Europa League just to give them exposure. You're not gonna make it. So
I like how all the fans were raving like, yes, we're going to Europe, but in the first leg they went to fucking Scotland.
if you really go all out in Europa League, you'll be fucked.
Yeah.
You will be fucked.
There's so many teams and so many games to play. You have round of 32. If you make it there,
Look at
it's so
Leicester.
tiring. Yeah.
Look at Leicester.
And look at the amount of cups or games that they're going to play for Burnley. We've got the Premier League, already intense. You've got the Europa League. It's going to be intense for them first time. Then you've got the League Cup in the first half of the season. Then you've got the FA Cup in the second half of the season.
I mean, you can do the honorable thing like Fulham did back when they were excelling in the Europa League, right?
Yeah.
But seriously, Fulham chances in the Premier League.
What do you think, Jan?
I'm actually happy that they're back.
Yeah, me too.
No, because the first time I really started watching Premier League was when Fulham was still in the.
When Dempsey was still there.
You know, Dempsey, the Zamora era. You know, it's exciting to have them back.
We've got Zoltan Guerra. Yeah. Ooh. It's good to have them
I
back.
love their stadium. Because it's
Craven Cottage.
Yes, it's it's not a Premier League stadium.
Yeah.
It's like a very Sunday football kind of vibe, you know. Yeah.
It's small.
Exactly.
Very cozy, very
very close
homey.
to our heart,
Yeah.
you know. I love it there.
Wolverhampton Wanderers also another one following suit, but they're gonna do like a Portuguese
I think Wolverhampton
invasion.
is a very interesting project that
Yes.
they got going on there. You know,
Yeah.
years ago when what's his name again?
Mick McCarthy.
Alan Pardew tried
Oh.
to launch his French Revolution in Newcastle. It failed, but with Wolverhampton, this Portuguese thing is working.
It started with Ruben
Seems to
Neves.
be working.
Yeah, it started with Ruben Neves.
What Wolves like to play is a 3-4-3 formation. A very, very, very trendy formation that teams like to play right now. And they like to do counter-attack. They like to dilute possession, they like to hold back, you know, they try to make it hard for you to break through, and then at the last minute they counter-attack. And when you look at the players that they've brought in this season, Moutinho, Jimenez, these guys are familiar with that system.
Yep.
So it's not going to take long for them to you know, start that game plan again. Yeah.
They've also got Rui Patricio at the back as well in goal.
So
I think
Portuguese in there, man.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, they're going through what Malaysia has gone through 400-500 years ago, you know. Make some Saranis after this, you know. Before I make things fucking awkward, let's move on to the other clubs. Let's dissect the top 6. Spurs, we've talked about. I think they're probably gonna stick with the same
Let's
style.
put it this way, who do you think has a shout for the title? My money is on City and Liverpool.
Again.
What did you just say? What did you just say? Okay.
So it's going to be like last season again, basically.
No, the reason why I really do think Liverpool has a chance is because of Keita.
Is it only Keita though?
Okay, Liverpool has been craving for a player like Keita for the past 5-6 years, I would say.
Since Xabi Alonso left.
They need that strong
Box-to-box midfielder.
that box-to-box midfielder in the middle, so that you can enhance Firmino's, Sane and Salah's ability up front.
Mane and Salah.
Yes. With Fabinho coming in as well, that adds depth. And then you have Shaqiri. So this season what Klopp has is, he has a box-to-box midfielder, he has options, he has depth. So it's very similar to what City had last season, which contributed to their achievement. You know,
fair enough.
And it's a very well balanced age. The average age of the squad is very balanced. It's mixed well. So they have a good chance.
We can say this year is our year, but honestly, I'm just tired of saying that already.
But the thing with Liverpool is the higher the expectations, the
Faster they choke,
deeper they fall.
Whoa!
Well, I wouldn't say so. I mean, if you look at the players they brought in, and I mean, Liverpool has been fantastic all summer.
Good deals.
Yeah,
Good deals.
they act fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the first time actually.
Yeah, this is the very first time I've actually seen Liverpool act so fast on a player.
Coming from
An Arsenal fan.
an Arsenal fan, I mean, that was amazing.
I think Arsenal might have a good season
And
too.
I think Mourinho really needs to take a leave from this, because if you want good players, if you want the board to back you, because for years Liverpool has had a very stingy board, you know.
Oh yeah, not only a stingy board, we've got a weak manager also.
No,
because Rodgers isn't brave
My
enough
point
to tell
is this. My point
to
is
say
this.
like
It is
I want this player.
It is because of what Klopp achieved last season with that Salah investment that the board is now finally willing to back him with money and say, we're going to give you that financial support. Go out there and win some silverware for us. That's what's happening at Anfield right now.
But you cannot say Rodgers is a weak manager. He has vision. You see all the
He has
players
vision, but his players
that
also have character.
He
right?
wanted is right now in Liverpool.
Celtics
Most of
were
it.
invincible.
But no, seriously, I mean, Rodgers players that he wanted during that period of time, he didn't manage to get in, are now in Liverpool.
Who?
Shaqiri.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You're talking about the
That
players
is
that
the
he didn't
main-
get.
The players that he didn't. Salah, those kind of players that he wanted. Could have been the turning season for him to win the next. I mean, like the league itself, if given chance. I feel if with the players itself, right? Don't. I feel like without Klopp also with another manager as well. I think with the current squad like this, we have a higher chance at winning it as well.
Okay.
But with Klopp, I think
It could be something else.
Yeah,
lah.
I give you a choice. You want Champions League or Premier League?
Fuck, can we have both?
You're not gonna get both. You know it deep down.
obviously we start with the Premier League first.
Yeah,
we take
Premier
the
League first. Premier League
we take
first.
it's a long,
It's been-
long time
coming.
boy.
Dude.
Fucking long time.
Long time coming, dude. This is shit that we get all the time.
Yeah, man. Hey, this year you're here again, right?
We cannot say like, this is the season, We can't say that anymore,
This one we have to act on it this time. So you better make it our fucking season.
Yeah, then we cannot say it already.
Arsenal as well. This is a very good rebuilding phase from Unai Emery.
What do you like about Unai Emery?
Well, the first thing I like is they actually teach the players how to press as a
Dortmund,
team.
dude.
I mean, you would never get that from Arsene Wenger. I mean,
You're right.
that was the first thing
laugh.
that I like about Unai Emery, that he actually teach the team how to press systematically as a team. And then the fact that he brought in Lucas Torreira, I think that was a very interesting signing because that was the type of players that Arsene wouldn't get. A small, diminutive player but very aggressive.
We shall now see if Xhaka is going to control his temper, if he wants his spot.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think Xhaka will still keep his place in the first 11. I think he's going to be pushed up even higher on the field.
Okay.
But Lucas Torreira, I mean, he has been a revelation. I think that was a premature statement, but looking at him, looking at the way he plays, looking at the way he orchestrates the build up from the below, from the back.
Uruguay basically had no one else in midfield except for Torreira.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, for Sampdoria to convert him from a striker. I heard he was coming in from Sampdoria as a replacement for the strikers. That he was supposed to be the next Carlos Tevez, but as it turns out, he was converted to defensive midfielder.
But it makes sense because you look at the way his movements, the way he times his runs is very similar to Tevez. He's that kind of player. Yeah,
I think he has that aggression.
He's very, very strong. Even though he's not, he's not tall.
Yeah,
he's built small, but he can.
It's like a pit bull.
Exactly.
Last but not least, let's address the elephant in the room. Manchester United.
I won't speak. You're go ahead and comment.
I feel Fred is
I think Fred could be a good buy for United.
And with Daley Blind gone back to Ajax,
It's going to be
the
solid
back.
position.
One positive that we can take away is Andres Pereira, who I have been longing to see in the first team for a very long time.
Might get his chance.
Might get his first team action this season. Because
he has been impressing during a lot of friends, right?
Yes, I think he deserves. He should have been in the first team.
Yeah.
He should have gotten first team action last season itself. But I don't know. Mourinho thought that he wasn't prepared, so I guess that really pushed him to perform very well this preseason campaign. But a lot of the other players, because Pogba is still on vacation, so I really can't tell.
Anyways, anything else to add for Manchester United this season?
It's gonna be a shit season for us.
So are you?
Probably Alderweireld.
We're gonna.
Do you think you will get that?
I don't think we'll get anyone else.
No, I think it's too late already.
I think you're set.
No one else is going to come in anymore.
Yeah, anything else now could be a panic buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently, Mourinho was trying to buy Jerome Boateng, but
Yes.
Bayern was asking 60 million, but he only get 30 million from his board.
I'll tell you what's annoying about being a Manchester United fan is that you have all these fans around you who are such G-buys, They're so delusional. When you go on Instagram, you press on search, all the pictures you see is a body wearing a Manchester United shirt. The head changes to other things.
Wow. So they got flash.
Alderweireld, Perisic,
Hey, that was Liverpool like a few seasons back, man.
Modric. There's even one of the most ridiculous posts I saw 3 days ago is Zidane coming to take over for Mourinho. He's with Qatar!
Exactly.
Look it up!
Anyways, that's a good way to end this episode. We are back, new episode next week. But Muzammil, where can we find you on social media?
You can find us at www.semuanyabola.com, or you can search us at Facebook, SemuanyaBola, Twitter, MySemuanyaBola, at MySemuanyaBola, and Instagram, SemuanyaBola Official.
All right, and in that case, also don't forget to follow us, subscribe to our YouTube. We have an announcement coming in the next few months. Also, follow our YouTube, subscribe to our channel. It's been a long time, guys. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Facebook is Sons of Pictures, and on Twitter is @SonsOfPictures4. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much, Muzammil, for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
To the next episode, loads of balls.
That's about